Okay, well, I'm trying out a program to record what's on my screen, and you should see a little picture of me down there in the bottom right corner. I'm going to see how this works. Hopefully this works. Because there's a lot of news articles I cover on my laptop, and I can't do a video unless I do it on my phone because I have an AZ recorder on my phone. Hopefully this will help me out on my computer, and it's a little bigger for you guys to see. And Watch 165 just covered this. I looked at the article, and it's like, what? Like, even though Chick-fil-A is a restaurant, were they not the last bastion of hope? Holding out for what's right, standing up for what's right? Chick-fil-A announces that after pressure from gay rights groups, they have abandoned their anti-LGBTQ plus position, stops donations to Salvation Army and other Christian groups. When did this happen? The new initiative will no longer include donations to organizations like the Salvation Army, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Paul Anderson Youth Home. Chick-fil-A says all of which sparked criticism in the past from the LGBT community due to the organization's stances on homosexuality. The move comes after several U.S. airports rejected the company from concession deals earlier this year. It became about money. More recently, the landlord of the first Chick-fil-A in the UK announced 8 days into its lease the pop-up venue would not be welcome to extend, all because of the company's perceived anti-LGBT stance. Wow. As Chick-fil-A expands globally and into more liberal parts of the U.S., the chicken chain plans to change with charities like the Salvation Army it donates to after years of bad press and protests from the LGBTQ community. Since the start of the original protests of Chick-fil-A back in 2012, we have brought you story after story showing how Chick-fil-A, a Christian-run company, has stood strong against the relentless push of the gay community, who has insisted they stop donating money to anti-gay groups like the Salvation Army and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We watched in utter amazement as Chick-fil-A sales skyrocketed as Christians all over America supported them in their fight. Now today, we charged with bringing you the sad news that Chick-fil-A has given into the pressure from the gay community and will no longer support groups that dare to speak out against, yeah, you see that right there, LGBTQ plus P? You know what that P stands for? It stands for pedophile. Look it up. Yeah, there it is right there for pedophile movement. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw nigh unto God and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. James 4, 7-8. Chick-fil-A was able to have a surging sales in spite of such heavy opposition because they stood with God. They stood with the Bible and they did what was right to do. But what will happen now that Chick-fil-A has changed their position and given into pressure from the gay community protests? I shudder to think what happens now as the end times continue to heat up. The players are falling like flies. Guys, I said this yesterday. We're losing people. We're losing people. The end is super close and people are dropping off at the very end. Encourage everyone you can. Build up everyone you can. Help them stay strong. What do we do? What can we do? Write letters, send emails. They branded the Salvation Army as a hate group. Wow. So, wow. So I'll link the article in the description so y'all can read it in its entirety. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and bring this up. Wow. So, you know, we've got people out there. Now, we still got people in sports and in movies and stuff like that that are standing up for what's right. But daily, more and more are being silenced. We know now YouTube has changed their guidelines. And they may use that as an excuse to silence us. Every day, I'm telling you, God's hand is coming off the earth. And as he's doing that, evil is backfilling it. It won't be long and we will be silenced. Stand, contend, and fight for the faith while you have the chance. And be adamant about the truth. Be rooted in the truth. And share the gospel if you can. John 3:16, 17. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. Start with that. Break the ice with that. If anybody receives it, you've opened the door and you can start teaching them other things. We're in the home stretch. This is the end. We're at the finish line. I just can't see us going on any longer than this. Because if it goes on much longer, like maybe next year, they're going to start doing worse, a lot worse. I covered before what's happening summer of next year. It's not good, guys, but stay strong. Keep looking up, because we know that Christ conquered. We know He overcame. And since He overcame, we have everything to look forward to. No matter what they do to us, no matter if they kill us, imprison us, whatever they do. That we know what's waiting on the other side. All we got to do is stand firm in faith. I love you guys. Bless you all in Jesus' name. I'll see you in the next one.